Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to Toonkind at 12 FPS, specifically an Eclipse Cathedral special. I am one of your players tonight, and, well, I'll just call myself Heartless, and we'll leave it at that. I'm joined by a relatively new friend here.
Hi, hello, I'm Babble, or you can just call me Bastard right here, considering who I'm playing.
Now, can we get a little idea of who that is and where this bastard is?
So this bastard is Captain Dilon Mobel, the head of the Mobel family, and perhaps the worst one of all of them. He's a 9-foot dog. Let me grab the fucking thing.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Might just be easier to grab that ref phone at this point. Never mind, I guess it does want to work with me today. There we go. Spoilered because the one eye that is visible is like that, but you know, he's a big fucking fuck off dog with giant teeth, cold eyes, and he runs the big warship icebreaker called the Glacier Rider. And he more than likely just got done tormenting a few tunes, particularly one of his favorites, perhaps his favorite chew toy. So he's probably going up to his room to get all the white ink off.
So,
And
oh, go ahead.
And now you go.
No, I was just gonna ask questions to allow for more description to happen.
Yeah, that's it's a pretty dull room, to be honest. There's not much personality. He doesn't see a need for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as soon as you see him, that's pretty much all you need, he thinks. So
So
imagine your most boring
most boring room in the world, and then I would start. Okay, so after he cleans the white ink off or the white paint off, whichever, check your poison. Look, I'm excited, okay, but you haven't gotten to the best part of this yet.
It's just at you.
Are there any lights in his room?
There are, but they're more than likely off.
Mm-hmm. And the door is closed?
Mm-hmm.
So it's pitch black in there.
Pretty much.
Okay, so as he's cleaning off his fur, because I imagine that might take a while.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck?
Hello, my faithful. Is what he hears from the darkness.
All right, hello. I beg your pardon?
That's what the darkness
That's not
sounds
him.
like.
This is just me. All right. Okay. I needed a minute for that.
It's okay.
Just getting into bastard zone, and then suddenly I hear that, and it just bang, gone. Filled with whatever fear that someone else was feeling. God. Okay.
It's a voice that he's heard often enough after, well, picking up that very certain artifact.
Oh. Fun. I remember that. That's fun. I remember that conversation. Terrifying, thank you. He doesn't pay it much mind. Other than a very deep sniff of acknowledgement.
He, as he continues to clean off his fur, he feels, not that it's actually there, but he feels a kind of heavy weight around his shoulders. Like a very, very large snake has just decided he's their favorite perch.
Captain Mobile, why do you want to respond like that? Why? I hate that. His response, what he wants to say is harder.
Does he?
If you'll allow it, then yeah!
He says that, and there's the distinct feeling of the snake curling around his neck. And then a weight right on top of his head, like the snake's head has been just laid there.
Oh, so we're getting even more rough. Still not quite as rough as I prefer it. Jesus Christ,
Well, there's only so much I can do. You aren't quite a vessel yet, my faithful.
And how is that?
There's a shifting, like the coils that are now resting around the captain's neck have tightened slightly. But the pressure is the same as if it was just resting there. There's no real form to the darkness here.
He doesn't fight it.
The voice comes again.
We have to dive deeper into my darkness for me to be able to do anything a little more. You've been holding back, understandably.
That one is my toy. It would be a shame if it got destroyed.
That's not quite what I meant.
Then do an old man a favor and elaborate.
There's a slight shifting as the weight moves off of his head and more heavily onto his shoulder. And you can feel the tickling of a tongue, like a snake's, flicking closer to your ear.
You haven't fully abandoned your, I say, survival instinct, which keeps you from falling off the cliff into the abyss that is the darkness. Not completely. You've waded into the waters.
That's what you want. That's what you want, and that is what you shall have.
So how many corruption points is he gaining today?
I have no fucking idea, my dude.
Because I'm gonna be real, if his eyes are not gold, he's not at, let's see, 4 points
God.
of corruption.
Dear God. Shit. I honestly don't even know how many he's had so far, given this.
I mean, he definitely would have a single point of corruption, which is a lot easier to hide because the gold flecks in the eyes can be very small.
Alright. Okay.
That's a good idea. Roll a d2.
D2, alright.
Alright, so he's at level 2 right now.
Alright. Oh. And, we're adding another, right? Or no? Okay.
He would be able to let himself go down 2 levels before instinctively stopping. Actually. So, it's his choice.
I mean, I'm gonna let that happen. And he's gonna let that happen.
And his eyes are gold now.
Alright, hee-hoo, my dudes.
And as his eyes become consumed by gold and the pulsating pain that shoots out from his chest causes him to stop, the weight shifts, and up against the side of his face, there's the feeling of like fur brushing against scales.
See? Here you go. Survival instinct.
There are some things that I would still like to do. To exactly do that if I am completely gone.
Oh, you wouldn't be completely gone if you just went down 2 more levels. You'd still have yourself. And there's no saying you'd lose yourself even if you went all the way down. You're very willful.
Dear God.
Hey guys, this is how the darkness sounds when it's getting its way.
I mean, not gonna lie, Captain Mobel's into it. No, because I myself don't do that. But I am just sitting here, man. I am just sitting here. I don't know what he wants to do. Shit. I think he's just getting his bearings on the pain first.
Mm-hmm. Roll con save.
Oh, hell yeah. Love con. Love con save. Especially with the fact. Oh, wait, never mind. It's not a straight up d20 like I thought. Forgot. Barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you get a 1, you stupid bitch.
Nope, that's a 14.
Damn.
So it doesn't go away immediately. Almost like a brief flash of necrotic energy had pulsed through him. But after, say, a minute or two, he's got his bearings, breathing a lot easier again. Going back to what he was doing.
I don't know why. Why do you find such a sick sense of joy in the pain that you just felt? Dude.
Man,
There's a
masochist.
smirk now. there's a slight smile on his face. His teeth are now more visible.
Maybe it's because after the pain recedes, the slight difference in power he feels. Because there is a difference in power.
Honestly, he can't wait to use it.
I can be satisfied for now with that, I suppose.
Are you sure you wouldn't like some entertainment to go along with it?
You know, I couldn't say no to more entertainment.
To my favorite place, then.
We're
And
gonna time
he gets
skip.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna time skip because he leaves the room and goes entertaining the darkness, and we're just going to say bad things happened. We don't have to even describe it.
Fair enough.
Mostly because the game that everything I have is based off of is PG-13. So
Honestly, if you want, all I was gonna say is that he takes them to the lab.
okay. Are there any lights along the way? Because this is important detail.
There are, but he absolutely has a giant fucking coat that they can hide in, and he turns off the lights in the lab once he gets there.
As he himself walks into the light, it burns his eyes. Because his eyes are sensitive to the light now.
Oh, fun. He's gonna deal with that at a different point. But there we go.
Mhm.
They get to have fun in the lab.
Yup.
It is absolutely unethical science. Absolutely unethical science. Oh, hee-hoo. But
and as they're leaving again, the captain hears.
That was delightful.
I have you to thank for it.
Underneath his coat, because the weight of this snake can only be felt there where the light doesn't touch. There's a distinct feeling of shifting towards his neck. How close is his coat to his neck?
It pretty much covers like the majority of his actual neck, considering especially since the fur is so much longer.
Mhm. So he feels that scaly skin just like slide up underneath his fur. And the weight rests there.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, when you're not as influenced by your survival instinct, you could be stronger. All you'd have to do is sink closer to being a vessel of mine, my faithful.
Anything for you, my dear. I don't know why he's like this. I don't know why he's like this. I didn't expect this.
He's in love with power. That's what the darkness represents. Literally.
You're not wrong.
The darkness is power and fury, untamed, unchained.
And I gesture at the mobile shit. God.
So what's he gonna do now? Is he gonna go back to his room and clean up again?
I gesture at that lab and what happens in that lab.
Man, I
He
added
kinda has to.
I added necrotic damage to that.
I kinda had to. Like, he he kind of has to. He can't not. I mean, well, actually, he could just walk around the ship with, everything on his clothes, and nobody would bat an eye. Because that's just kind of what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You just let Captain Dilon Mobel do what he's doing, and you keep your head down and keep going. Speaking of, if the darkness can see as he's walking around his ship,
Mm-hmm.
people absolutely just dodge the fuck out of his way.
Mm-hmm. Are
They're
there
terrifying.
Are there any of them from the darkness's quote unquote discerning eyes that they could tell that these people could be persuaded to sway towards the darkness's path?
Oh, there are many. If it's to get away from Captain Dilon Mobel, odds are there are a lot, and not everybody aboard that ship was against it.
Well, you see, the darkness offers power. And it's oh so delicious when someone who thought they were noble and good falls to it. Look, he's a demon, okay? Corruption is his deal. It's bread and butter. It's cinnamon toast.
And all of the bad things that you can imagine, that's basically Captain Dilon Mobel's bread and butter. He likes to cause problems and suffering.
Mm-hmm. Which is exactly what the darkness wants. Because if there's more suffering and chaos, there are more people to turn to it for solutions and power and safety.
And I gesture that this ship has been all over the world.
Mm-hmm. Hey, God, hey, any of you in my EC corner, you wonder why the darkness is fucking everywhere. It's probably because of this guy.
Honestly, probably. Those who usually come on, it's very rare that they make it off. And you know what? It's probably because of the darkness that they made it off. Especially if he leaves the ship.
Mm-hmm.
If he leaves the ship, which he does.
And the darkness would encourage.
In one particular place. He's left the ship and he goes there frequently. Probably a good few people there who have it as well. God.
So
my head is in my hands.
He goes to sleep, right?
Eventually, yeah.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh joy. I love that. I love wisdom saves. Oh, that one's just a straight up D20.
Because we're doing a dream sequence here. Because the darkness loves its dreams and nightmares. The number! It's 13! The day well spent entertaining yourself in the darkness, and you fall deeper and deeper into it as you go to sleep. When you open your eyes, there is nothing around but darkness. Not even the golden eyes that you had seen peering out at you in the dark corners of your room.
Okay, well, out of character, that's fucking terrifying. Now I know where Jackie gets it. Alright. In character, is he floating, or is he just standing, or does he have to get up?
He has to get up. He's on the ground.
Then he's absolutely gonna pick himself up. Because, alright, time to explore the darkness.
So, roll me a perception check. As you get up, you feel beneath you. It's almost like sand. You look around, and for miles and miles and miles, you see nothing but dark and pitch and black. Do you start walking?
He does. And he puts his hands behind his back, as he usually does when he walks. Perfectly comfortable.
Mm-hmm. You walk for minutes, hours, days, weeks. Time doesn't seem to really matter. Not when there's nothing to see. Until suddenly you see something. Something that looks like a large, oversized wolf struggling with a chain around its neck. Its eyes consumed by gold. What do you
Does
do?
he still have his weapons on him?
Well, he's a toon. He could try to roll hammer space for them.
Alright. He's gonna get out his whip.
Mm-hmm. You pull out your whip, and it curls around your hand like a snake.
Not gonna lie, his first thought is to talk to it as if it is the darkness that he's used to. Listen, he might be immobile, he might be terrifying. He is still immobile in the fact that he is kind of fucking dumb.
Well, do what he would do in this situation.
Gonna study it for a moment.
As he looks at it, it starts to slither up. And it's no longer a whip. It is a thin black snake. And gold eyes pop out along it.
I was wondering if that was you, my darling.
I thought I would give you a little glance into my prison. And those trapped here.
Not gonna lie, I did not understand that last bit, but that is not because of any audio. That was just because I could not process.
Mm-hmm. So what the darkness said is, I thought I would give you a glance into my prison and those trapped there.
Oh. Fun.
And the snake slithers further up the captain's arm, and the weight is different from usual, almost as if the snake is actually here.
I think he likes this better. The snake actually being here. Terrifying concept. Alright. Well, if the whip is still...
There is no whip in your hands anymore.
Damn.
Your whip became the darkness snake.
Whip became the darkness snake.
Yep, this is a dream.
There's a frown at that. Because he was gonna have some fun. I guess I can use my other weapon.
Roll for it. Yep.
He gets out a gun. I admit this one isn't as fun. But it gets the job done when I like it to. He's just gonna start fucking shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting the not the chains, not yet.
Mm-hmm. Roll me a single attack.
Captain Dilon Mobel, I hate you so much.
You aim and you shoot and you hit this dark wolf right in one of its eyes, and it stops struggling and instead looks at you. And then multiple eyes appear throughout its body. See, I don't know how many victims the thing had, but there's a lot of them. So and it just stares at you unblinkingly.
Not fazed by it.
No, unfazed.
Oh, come now, dear puppy. You think a little growling is actually going to make me afraid? You're gonna have to do a lot better than that. I could set you free. You're gonna have a lot of fun.
Its head snaps to the side, and all of the eyes narrow. It seems to be looking at the snake on your shoulder. No thanks. And it turns and it just sits down with its back to you.
Such a young, ignorant pup. Very disrespectful as well. He's gonna shoot again, if he's allowed.
Go ahead, shoot again. I don't actually have the thing sheet, so you can't play with him. If Vild's not here.
You're good. I gently pat you. This guy's just being an asshole.
Mm-hmm. You raise your gun and you shoot. And when the bullet hits the thing's hide, it bounces off and violently skitters across the dark ground. A few sparks are thrown, and you have to look away from the sparks because of the light it creates.
He's no fun anymore. After losing his life.
I can't imagine being dead. Must be pathetic.
The snake convulses as it laughs and just kind of twirls around your neck before resting on top of your head.
There is one here who is admittedly a lot more fun to tease. She's still alive.
I'm always down for a game.
The darkness leans its head to the left, pressing the edge of its snout towards your left ear.
Alright. He's gonna go that way then.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps a little bit too much of a kick in his step. Slight wag to his tail.
Let's see. You walk and you walk, and after a little bit, the darkness moves and just lays on top of your head again, perhaps indicating that the path is forward. And you start feeling, it's strange because you can't really see anything, but it's almost as if you're starting to slope up. Like you're walking up a hill. And the feeling of sand between your bare toes goes away. And instead you start to feel some sort of itchy kind of grass. And in the distance, you start to hear muttering, a murmuring.
So, whoever this is distracted.
Mm-hmm. Or seems to be.
He's gonna get down on all fours and start walking.
Roll me stealth.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you creep along on all fours and you start to feel longer and longer grass tickle your face and go up your nose just a little bit. You come over the crest of the hill and you have to narrow your eyes a little bit because, well, this light that you're seeing is much brighter than the eyes of the darkness or the eyes of the wolf pup, I say with quotations, that you just met. And standing there in a clearing, seeming to be muttering and organizing things, well, it appears to be an angel of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you wait a moment and your eyes adjust. And she isn't as bright as angels should be. The whitish blue of her wings has been dirtied and mostly consumed by inky black. The halo above her head scatters off dark light. It's hard to explain how it looks. And she's saying, this is still here, this is still here, but one's missing, one's missing, one's missing. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It was mine, it was mine, it was mine, I found it. Where did it go?
This should be fun. Can he tackle her?
Roll me an attack at advantage.
Is your unarmed attack, my dude?
Well, it would be an athletics check. Cause you're launching yourself and that's strength.
God, I am feared for this poor person. Oh, thank God he got a 3. But that's a 3.
So you launch, and suddenly she's not where she was standing anymore. Suddenly she's standing beside you. She's looking down on you with a absolute utter expression of disgust. Her long, dark blue, wild hair cascading down from her pale face. Ugh. And how did you get out?
Not exactly a hard.
What?
It's not exactly hard.
Let's see. That's +8. Does a 14 hit your armor class?
Meets it, beats it.
She kicks you!
Yes! Beat his ass!
And let's see. And the feeling of the boot connecting with your shoulder and making you roll over onto your back shoots pain throughout it. Take 3 damage.
I so sad. That does
That
so
was
little.
an unarmored strike. She's not serious right now. Easy. She leans in closer. Not close enough to get in your face. But it's clear that she's studying you.
He's gonna make it difficult. He's gonna stand up again.
Okay, that means she's gotta make a dex check. You sit up rather suddenly, and she's already standing back up. But her eyes are still narrowed at you.
He's got a really bastard smirk on his face.
Really? Alright. Where did you come from, then?
Quite frankly, I don't really think that's your business. If you're smart enough, you would know already, though. It's not like I hide it.
She flicks her wrist, and in her hands appears a strange-looking weapon. It kind of looks like a key. And it's...
God damn it, it's Kingdom Hearts.
It's Kingdom Hearts! And it's got black vines, like, creeped across it. And it would be a really, really beautiful weapon if those black vines weren't there.
I mean, he thinks it's pretty with the black vines, but his taste is obviously skewed.
But the problem is that as she's touching it, it starts to light up, and the light causes... it hurts so bad, and she's gonna take a swing at it with you.
Oh, fun. Love that. Do it. Hurt him. Let's start a fight. Yes!
Let's see, what does Holy Weapon do?
I love the irony in this. I'm living for it.
It's, the weapon is currently emitting, bright light at a 30-foot radius.
Hell yeah.
2d8 radiant damage. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Alright. Yes!
That fails, you take 4d8 damage, and you're blinded.
That's fine. I am so glad that somebody is beating this man's ass.
So this light flashes and blinds you, and you feel it, this weapon hit you beneath the ribs. So hard. The extra 2d8 radiant damage, plus the d6 damage. Plus 2d8. Whack! Whack! And
Smacky.
And this light, as it touches you, and you can feel it, it's burning you from the inside out. And you're stumbling. And you hear her go, "Oh, I know, you're not even here!" Ugh.
He laughs through the pain. Still alive, bitch!
Your action, what are you doing? You're blinded.
Alright, well. Let's see. I mean, this isn't the first time he's taken a shot in the dark. He's gonna start doing that. And I'll roll at disadvantage, because, yeah, he blinds. Blind as shit. Nat 1.
You fire off your gun, and you feel it jolt in your hands. And you don't hear it hit anything. You just hear the same sound, like the bullet skittering across the darkness. You
He's
may
still
make
smiling.
another Constitution saving throw to save against the blindness. Mm-hmm. And as your vision comes back to you, you see this weapon coming at you again.
That's fine. He's having fun.
And it hits you right in the face. D6 plus 3 plus
Alright.
2d8.
That's a good way to piss him off, but he's been having fun this entire time.
And you can see behind her, her wings are fully extended. These black kind of almost like particles fluttering off of them. And one of her eyes, her sclera, is black. The pupil consumed by gold. Much like your new eyes. But her other eye is normal. Blue on white. And it's clear that wherever she should be is not here. It's your turn. You have your sight back, even though it hurts because of the brightness, which means you still have disadvantage when you're shot anyways.
Yeah, that is entirely fair. Fuck. I think he's gonna rage. She did hit him in the face.
Yeah, she did.
You hit him in the face. That's gonna piss him off.
Especially
And,
since it's the weapon, when it compacted against his face, it felt a lot like a mace.
Understandable. Have a nice. A fun fact about Captain Dilon Mobel: he's a beast barbarian.
By the way, is he below half health?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. Oh god. And what he does, he basically turns into one of the monsters that it's similar looking. The darkness itself would recognize the kind of thing that he has become. His tail gets longer and spiky. Alright. He's gonna smack her with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. God. I don't know if that hits.
Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage.
Would you mind if he uses his infectious fury?
I don't mind.
My dear, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Wisdom is one of a cleric's saving throws.
That's fair, honestly. That is fair as heck.
Besides, she's already pissed. How could you make her more pissed off?
He's just like this. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh yeah, and he's even more quick to anger now, so...
Uh-huh. This is fun. For the moment, that's all that does.
Mm-hmm. Did you shoot her?
No, smacked her with his tail.
Mm-hmm. And as the spikes dig through her armor, she just looks and narrows her eyes. And then there's a burst of white, hot, holy light. And... plus 8. And 6 plus 48. Something about her changed in that moment, and she tore into you, and you feel a burning in your chest, and suddenly you're awake in your bed. Almost as if someone had thrown you out.
Damn.
It's
He's
not
kind of
morning
pissed
yet.
about that.
And you hear in your ear,
Oh, thank you for pushing her over the edge for me.
I'm glad that you got what you wanted. I didn't exactly have that much fun.
You could always try again next time.
I fully intend to.
and that's where we'll end this here.
God.
By the way, if he decides to go 2 more levels, he will become a Vessel of the Darkness and be at level 6. Even further would be, quote-unquote, even more, but that has the chance of becoming a mindless creature. You know that.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Yep, I hope you had fun. I actually did really have a lot of fun. I regret absolutely nothing.
Absolutely awesome. Goodbye.
Bye.